When it comes to creativity, I love my Scan and Cut, especially my 230D, also known as the Disney Scan and Cut, has built-in designs. And when I'm working with fabric and making simple fabric projects, one of the things I like to do is really customize it and make it exciting with some heat transfer vinyl or some felt. And today I'm going to show you how I do a little bit of both, with a little help from our friend Dumbo. So to start off with, I have heat transfer vinyl. It is always placed with the transfer sheet side down so that we're not cutting that side. And then you can go in and you can pick any design that you like. As I said, I'm using Dumbo here. That's my inspiration. And once you have sized it, you can go ahead and go on in and accept it, say okay, move it around where you want it. That's where my material is over on the right. But if I want to be extra sure that it's going to fit, I can go ahead and scan my mat. This will scan in and show me exactly where my material is. And this is really helpful when you're working with patterns and you want a certain part of the pattern to be cut, or if you're just working with in this case, I have a very exact scrap of vinyl that I'm working with that I want to be absolutely sure everything is going to fit in on, and it does. Once you're satisfied, you can go ahead and go okay and cut. You want to make sure that the half cut option is turned on so that the vinyl cuts, but the transfer material does not. And you can set that aside and make a feather. So I've actually just been inspired by the feather on the fabric and freehand drew my feather and then darkly outlined it, because the only thing that's going to pick up on this is the outline. So if you have messy lines inside, that's not going to matter. What we're going to do is go ahead and do scan to cut data. As you know, the Scan and Cut has a built-in scanner. And this means that we can this quickly and this easily. I mean, the only thing I edited out was just the little bit of time it took to scan there. Make our own cut files from our own hand drawings. So as you can see there, it's an outline of my feather. I can go ahead and save this to my machine or to a USB drive. And then we're ready to cut it out. In this case, I want felt. I think the texture of felt will look really cute. And then I can hand stitch it onto my project for a little added dimension and fun. Oh yes, and of course, with your Dumbo, after it's cut out, you're going to want to weed or otherwise remove all the little bits and pieces that you do not wish to transfer. It's going to be so cute. I just love this cut file. It's a lot of fun. So once we have everything done, once everything is ready, we can go ahead and exit on out of here, go back home, go into retrieve data and off of the machine because that's where I saved it, and pull that file up. Now here's a great thing about this. I just hand doodled at the size that was comfortable for me and my drawing skill. What I am going to be able to do is go into edit, object edit, and resize this so I can make it whatever size I want once it's actually saved, which is really, really convenient for me. I really like this feature because that means that I don't have to try to make it perfect as I draw it. I can just draw it the size I want. From here, we can move it around however we want before cutting. Now, the one thing we're going to want to do when we go to cut is we're going to want to press that little tool button and turn half cut off, because we do want this to cut our felt all the way through. So once I finish up my weeding, and as you can see, there's just a few little pieces here in Dumbo that have to get taken out, we're ready to iron. So to iron this, we're going to put it onto our material, and we're going to use our iron, but we are going to put some fabric over the top just so the iron, you don't want it to be too hot, you don't want it to scorch, then remove that transfer material and you're going to, well, be ready to go. Now, the one thing I'm going to do here is put a couple of stitches through my feather just to make it a little more sturdy, but also have that decorative touch, and then make whatever you want out of it. In this case, I just put a little zipper on the top to make a little quick and easy little zipper bag, but you could use this for a pillowcase. It would be adorable for a blanket. There's so many different options that you could do with this, and I hope I've inspired you to check out your Scan and Cut and get creative today. If you have any questions or future video requests, please feel free to leave me a comment. I will see you next time.